What the fuck going on, YouTube? They have touched my girl. They have touched my beautiful grandma INDIS, and some people are saying that she's been buffed. Some people are saying she's been nerfed. So what I'm gonna do is the actual good old MrSneakyy. I'm gonna be in the middle ground as much as I can and talk about why some people think she's been buffed and why some people has been nerfed. And I am gonna try and explain as well why I believe on my opinion, she isn't as strong as she could be with just a simple change. Hello everyone, yes, smash like, comment, and subscribe for more daily videos. Me, MrSneakyy, the one and only, and we are talking about the new upcoming patch that is coming 1.026, and there's some changes to a load of heroes, but the one that is the one that's hotly disputed the most is INDIS, right? Who would have thought, is this INDIS change good or bad? So what we're talking about is, boom, this brand new quick little SS of the, patch notes from Discord. So previously, as everyone knows, when you have an awakened INDIS, what happens is you're able to increase the all damage taken buff to 3 seconds onto the double targets that you're hitting, as well as obviously healing your ally units, right? Everyone really enjoyed it because 3 seconds of infirm is basically 3 turns worth of combat for obviously damage support. Then what it does now, should I say, is it's dealing infirm still on 2 targets for 2 seconds. Even at awaken, it's doing the same. However, her new skill will deal damage as well as heal. So when you have an awakened INDIS like I do, her damage factor is going to be 600, and she's still going to be healing to nearby allies for 450 damage. So, is this a buff or is this a nerf, right? So, for the buff argument and why I do enjoy and have some eyes, right? I do see the potential in this, right? Why this is going to be a potentially really good change for INDIS is the fact that, right, you are getting infirm for 2 seconds still. So that's 2 seconds worth of combat. And on top of this now, you are dealing 600 damage in an AoE to those targets. Meaning, you instantly get value, which is crazy. I know it sounds a bit mental, but we do like value. And instantly getting value from one hero, obviously before was okay, when you just was supporting it for 3 seconds. But now, INDIS is dealing damage, so you're getting instant infirm trigger on 2 heroes, right? And when you're looking at things, INDIS with 20% means that damage factor is 720 damage in an AoE, right? The one thing I wish they changed, maybe to balance her, maybe to make her a little bit stronger, and you'll understand why I'm going to say this, is the diffused part. This is diffused damage, meaning it's going to deal 720 damage to that first target, but 15% of that damage is now getting reduced onto the second target, right? So obviously it's a little bit less in the AoE. Right. That is kind of the buff, right? And that's the best way I can explain it with it. You're still going to get 2 seconds of infirm, meaning your other marchers on the field are going to be dealing that extra damage for 2 turns. Obviously, if they can line up their rage skills, that's going to be really good. Who knows? However, when we start to compare this to just some heroes, right? And I'm just going to put Waldir up. Waldir is a very powerful hero, right? And he's an epic-based hero. And the thing with Waldir is he will deal 700 damage, guys. And this is not diffuse. So this is dealing damage to the target and 3 nearby legions. Meaning this is dealing a total of something like 2,800 damage in AoE. And it's reducing their march speed by 20%. And it's reducing their attack by 20%. So in a hypothetical, when you're looking at just buffs as well, reducing someone's attack by 20% and march speed comparatively to infirm, which is all damage taken, which is a very, very powerful and arguably one of the best buffs in the game, I'm just going to say this is just arguably now just as strong. That's the scary thing. And the thing is, this is for 3 seconds, while this is still only going to be for 2 seconds compared to now, obviously mine showing 3 seconds, right? So the thing is, I see it personally as a nerf, because the thing with INDIS is INDIS wasn't designed to deal damage. She wasn't, right? It's the same thing with Pan, right? Imagine Pan's ability getting changed now, right? Because Pan heals a target and then grants them normal attack damage boost. So what does this mean? Does this mean now she's going to heal a target, then give normal attack damage boost to another target, and deal 200 or 300 damage to an enemy? Like, she's a support hero, right? Pan's a support hero. INDIS is a support hero. They're not really war designed to deal damage. And the thing is, with this hero, which is very, sad to see, is the fact that you're still maintaining this buff, which is one of the most powerful buffs about her. But the fact that you were putting a 3-second damage take on buff was the difference, guys. A lot of players and a lot of whales didn't really enjoy using INDIS, even at 5-1, 5-5. They just didn't like it. The 2 seconds to them did not feel like enough time to allow their other marchers, like maybe their Nico and Kanaras, Mag and Zays, Sin, Lilias, right? All these different mage combinations that you could have, or arch combinations on the field. That 2 seconds just didn't benefit them enough when it came to trying to maximize and support their other actual DPS matches, right? Because that's the whole thing that I think a lot of players are forgetting about INDIS. INDIS is always supposed to be your 5th March, and she's meant to be that deputy in that 5th March. Because what she's designed to do, and was designed to do, was increase the amount of damage taken on targets and allow your other marchers to get better meta reports and do more damage, right? Because that was the whole purpose of this, right? So who knows if this is going to be a buff or a nerf, right? Because the thing is, you are getting damage. You are going to be getting that instant, right? Instant damage trigger now with her infirm with herself, which isn't too bad. But is this going to obviously weaken her role as a support? And if it does, there could be a couple of things that we could change, right? So bringing back up the ability change right now, the 2 things that I would recommend, right? One change they could do instantly was the diffuser damage. Just allow INDIS to deal 700 damage to a target legion and 2 nearby legions. Because that would mean she will deal 2100 damage in total, right? Over dealing 720 damage, then 15% less than that, and then 15% less of that, because that's what it's currently doing. And then applying infirm to all 3 targets, right? That could be one change. Or what I would prefer to see, which I just think is the easiest change to do, is simply where it says for 2 seconds, put it back to 3 seconds, guys. 3 seconds was honestly enough time. 3 seconds wasn't too short, and it wasn't too long, because some people have been recommending 4 or 5 seconds, and I just feel like, guys, that's too long. That's nearly a half of a turn of combat. That's 5 turns of combat, and it only takes 10 turns to generate rage. So that's a scary amount of time. But 3 seconds was the golden number, right? It was a 33% chance almost to slide in within any of your other heroes' rage generations, which was a really cool way. So who knows what's going to happen with my girl INDIS. Obviously, when she comes out, we are going to test her, right? I'm not going to say right here and now she's worse or she is better, because again, this is all under the assumptions now until we get to test her out, right? One way I'm going to test her out straight away is redoing like my INDIS and Lilia, right? We remember the INDIS Lilia hitting those 40k reports. So let's see if we can get some more technically, because now we're getting that extra damage from our INDIS Plus, the infirm, in theory, it should be generating more merits now because Lilia is not doing all of the work herself. So, with that, let me know your thoughts down below, right? Let me know if you think this is a nerf or a buff. Don't shout at me. This is my opinion on, obviously, INDIS. This isn't, obviously, any factual. As you've heard, I am going to test her and try and give you then a little bit more constructive advice on her if she's any better or not. But until that video, smash a like, comment, and subscribe. Share this about if you're brand new. Maybe if you're a newer player, you might want to put this in your Alliance chat, in your Alliance Discord. Let them know about the channel. We have guides about everything in the game if you want to learn about it. And with that said, you know what to do. Stay safe, guys. Stay sneaky, and peace out.